Hello friends, and welcome back to Rouse Rising. My name is Katie, and in today's video we are gonna do a little bit of cooking in the kitchen. First things first, I've got to tidy up this kitchen sink so that I can prepare a meal. I like to have my kitchen somewhat in order before I get going on meal preps. Today we're making a big pot of beef vegetable soup that is going to nourish my kids for the next few meals. What's up, happy people? Happy people. We made some soup. I don't remember when. I don't even know if I shared it with you guys. I cooked in the Instant Pot some beef. And from that beef, I got this stock. So I'm going to use this stock to make a beef vegetable soup. Beef vegetable soup. So how you do this is you go to your refrigerator and you said, oh, I have some leftover broccoli. Oh, I got some yellow potatoes in my pantry. Or in my garage or wherever you keep them. Oh, I've got some celery and some carrots, always a good combination. Here we've got some frozen green onions and things. Here we've got some garlic, a shallot, and an onion. And I'm not sure if I'm going to add both of those or one of those or either of those, but they're going to get added somehow. Bodie and I ran into the Dollar Tree and they had these seasoned butter beans, and I was like, oh yeah, those would be good to add to soup. So I'm going to add these to the soup today. We have some leftover spaghetti sauce. I'm not adding all of it. And then we'll probably add, I've got more of some kind of beef stock frozen I might add, or maybe I'll just top it off with some water and let it cook because there'll be enough flavor in there. So let's get cracking. This is that beef soup base I was talking about. I don't know if there's beef in there or not. We're fixing to find out. I don't know if we're gonna need all of that for this meal, but let's get started on slicing up some food. We're gonna start this on the saute and get to chopping up probably a shallot.
A shallot?
A shallot. Oh, and if you leave the root intact, I just cut the root off. I tend to do that sometimes, but if you leave the root intact, it won't burn your eyes and sting as badly. We tend to not sometimes because I get in a hurry and I don't think. But this shouldn't really burn my eyes. What's up, baby?
If it doesn't burn my eyes.
No, it shouldn't. And when you cut with a knife, you slice. And if you're cutting an onion, you wouldn't cut all the way through to keep the onion intact but again, I cut all the way through. Do as I say, not as I do. What, baby?
Your cutting really good.
Thanks. I'm gonna use this blade knife. I like this blade a little better.
That's a blade?
Yeah, the knife blade.
I thought.
I like the sound that it makes. Is it like music? Alright, beautifully chopped fine shallot.
Is it easy to cut celery?
Yeah, do you want some to cut on your little cutting board with your knife? Do you know how to use this to protect your fingers? You put your fingers in right here and then you hold the vegetable and you cut like this. Okay? Anytime my kids are eager to learn a task alongside me, I am definitely willing to help them learn that task because I know in the future they're going to become terrific little helpers in the kitchen. My big kids are already amazing helpers in the kitchen, and Bodie here at 4 years old, he's helped me a lot in the kitchen, but today is the first day that I have given him a real blade, a real sharp knife. So today he is learning how to cut with that, supervised, of course. Watch your finger. Keep your fingers behind that guard, okay? It's important that we allow children to do dangerous things safely, so we can let our 4-year-old use a real knife under supervision, guided by my instruction, being sure to remind him of the safety measures that he must keep in mind throughout the cutting process. Oh yeah, that's much easier. Slide your knife back and forth when you cut. There you go. That's how we cut. To our Instant Pot.
But then I won't have to cut with a knife.
Olive oil.
Mom, I'm a little sick. I know I have to cut.
If you're making a soup that starts with a mirepoix, you can add those ingredients first and get them sauteed up in some olive oil. This helps start the cooking process. You do not want undercooked onions or celery or carrots in your soup. So we're starting with those first, and we're sauteing the onions and celery until they're transparent, and then we're adding the carrots, and then eventually we will add the potatoes and the rest of the ingredients. So we've got our veggies going. Bodie's getting ready to add his in. Gonna saute those up. All right. Do you want to climb up there, over there? Yes. Do you want to go over there, and I'll bring the cutting board here so you can put them in. Okay. All right, and I've cubed up all the potatoes. I have them going there. I have it on slow cook. I was hoping it would still saute, but it won't. So I think I have to go back to saute function just till I get these vegetables going and nice and warm. Oops, I forgot a few things. So. Still gonna add some stuff. I'm also gonna add this Italian all-arounder seasoning. Carrots are a lot harder to cut, so I'm gonna have to give you something a little softer. We need to leave here in 10 minutes to go get your siblings. Yeah. So, all right. What am I doing right now? What is this called? Mincing the garlic. Yes, we're mincing garlic right now, and this is what you do to the garlic to get all of the flavor to come out. You cut it up really, 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 really small so that every bite gets a little bit of garlic. That is olive oil, and that is the fat that we use when we cook. So it's olive oil, and we use it in our skillet. That was the first thing I put in here. And we're gonna turn that on and start. We put it in our skillet first, or in our pot, when we're sauteing vegetables to keep things from sticking to the pot.
Mama. When we bring them back home, can I show them how I cut?
Yes.
But with my cutting board here.
Garlic.
Here.
Okay. Come on, saute. Saute.
Is that soft tatai?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Give me two.
All right, you cut one at a time. Bodie is using a nifty little kid's knife from the brand Zwilling. I will try to find a link for that in case any of you are interested. I know Christmas is coming up, so if you have a little sous chef in your family, you might want to use this little knife that comes with a guard to protect their little fingers and to keep their fingers back from cutting. I will leave a link for that down below. This is not a sponsored video.
Okay.
All right. Now we're gonna add all of the vegetables.
It's so easy.
It wasn't a lot. Normally I'd like to add a whole bag, but I didn't have a whole bag, and I need to restock my supply of frozen vegetables and things. So, oh, and I forgot to do this potato. All right, so that's what it's looking like right now. We're gonna add broth and beans. Before we go any further and add anything else in here, of course, we've got to generously season these vegetables with some Redmond's real salt. I got my sous chef over here cooking. Watch your fingers. And when you do it, all right, we also peppered it. We are gonna throw in our seasoned beans. I did not drain these because I said that they were seasoned, so I don't know. I'm just gonna put those in there. Give the kids some protein. Aaron's not gonna eat this soup, so I can add beans to it. All right, next is all of this good broth. Fill that jar up with some water. Some hot water.
All these pieces. It's not that good. Oh. Now show them mine. Show them mine.
Here's Bodie's potatoes. He's chopping those up to add to the soup. And we want to make this, I think we're going to make this a tomato-based soup. I'm not quite sure yet. Let me double check. All right, I'm also juicing up. I'm going to pour them through the strainer and put that in the soup too. I'm just running that through the sieve to get the tomato seeds and the skin and stuff out of there. Just kind of bang it until all this stuff comes out, and then you're just left with the seeds and the leftover pulp, and then you've got tomato juice in your soup. All right, so this is the soup, and what we've done is made it delicious. Salt and pepper to taste. I did use this all around Italian seasoning. It has sea salt, garlic, black Tella cherry pepper, and onion, oregano, tomato. Okay, so that's what I used, just this stuff. That was the seasoning, and then the rest was salt and pepper. And then we served it with some, why am I blanking, ditalini pasta underneath. So I put 2 spoonfuls of this in their soup bowls and then top it off with this. I'm afraid if I add it to the soup, it'll get too bloated. The pasta will, and it'll lose its bite. So my plan is just to store it in a container, and then whenever they want to have the soup with the pasta, they can do that. So we'll probably eat this for dinner when we come back from martial arts tonight. Right now they're having an after school snack over there.
And then some more salads.
Bodie's cutting all the vegetables in the house. We're gonna bag them up and freeze them and add them to broth. So yeah, this is delicious. Hearty meal. The beans are the protein in it, but otherwise it's just a vegetarian meal with some beef broth, but it's not vegetarian because it's got beef broth in it. So I don't know what it is. It's a regular-tarian. All right, Holly gave me a sourdough in the bread machine recipe. I do have a reel or a short on my channel for how to make sourdough in the bread machine, but I liked her recipe. I like the way her recipe looked, so we are trying it out. I did have to add a little bit extra water because I tend to make my starters really thick. So I had to add extra water, but I'll post her recipe, a picture of it across the screen. This is my dough right now. We're on a 3-hour thing. We're gonna go to MMA, and by the time we get back, we should have a loaf of sourdough bread. Let's see if we can get a video of it while it's. This dough is so smooth and so nice.
It looks like a multi-room. It's easy.
That's how the loaf of bread turned out. This is the sourdough loaf from the recipe. I don't know how it did that, but that's really crazy how it split. But we're gonna slice into this after it cools for a few minutes. I didn't even have to score that, and it got an ear on it. Look at that. Yeah, it turned out really good. Excited to taste it. Hot, but we couldn't resist slicing into it. It looks amazing.